Hello everyone, welcome to this lesson of Affinity. I'm going to show you in this video the differences between working in version 1 of Affinity and working in version 2. The reason I'm doing this video is because some people came telling me that they could not quite follow my lead on the video because they are in the different version. So I've decided I will do this video to explain where the differences mainly lie when you first start working with Affinity. This is Affinity 1 in front of us here. And you can see that when I opened it, it gave me a welcome window. This welcome window, you can stop it coming up. But if you did, and you then needed to bring it back, it will be under help. So in help, you've got welcome, and that will bring back your window. However, I like it there because when I open my Affinity, it will automatically gives me the new document button. And when I click on here, I get my document window. Now, this is slightly different to how it looks on version 2. So this is version 1 you're seeing at this moment. I'm going to now swap it to version 2. And this is what you will find when you're doing version 2. So the layout is slightly different, but what there is absolutely the same. So I'm going to show you version 1 first, and then I'll explain version 2. So if you have version 2, just skip this bit. In version 1, you have new documents. So you got print, and there are all the normal sizes like A4, A3, A5, so on, so forth. Letter, which is the American legal. You've got all the different sizes that you might want to use. You got the press ready. Press ready are again different sizes that you might want to use if you're sending them to a professional printers. You've got photo. These give you the 6x4, 5x7. So these are the sizes that usually come when you buy ready-made photo paper, cut photo paper. You've got website for those that design websites. You've got devices. If you're going to bring it up on an iPad or an iPhone or an Apple Watch, you've got the different sizes. Then you have architectural. These are the ones that architects might want to use, like the 12 by 18 inch. They'll have big printers, 30 by 42 inch, and they are the ones that they would need to use. For me, I'll either go to print or my presets. Now, my presets are the exact whatever it is you want to set up. So, for instance, if I want an A4 or a 7x7, I don't think I've got a 7x7. I start with an A4. I change it to inches because I want a 7x7. And now that I've set it up, I might decide I want a transparent background. And I don't want any margins, so I won't put any margins. And I'm going to click Custom. Now it gives me that in my presets. So 7x7 in there. Now I'll just right mouse click, rename, and I put actual 7x7. I do actual 7x7 because sometimes if I'm doing a 7x7 card, I would work it on a 6.75 so that I'll do a topper for a 7x7. So that's up to you what you want to call them and how you want to set them up. And there you go. I have them set up. And just to open one up, I'm going to open an 8x8, which is one of the ones I use a lot. And I say create. And that is exactly how the new document works on version 1. Now, I'm now going to version 2. So let's go to version 2. Version 2 does not give me a welcome window. It just shows me the new straight away. Okay. And I like that. Now, how am I going to work with this? We've got my presets. They are here. These are ones that I've set up before. You've got all the ones you want. So you've got photo, you've got press ready, you've got print. So you can say, I want an A4, I want it landscape, I want it, which it is, I want it in inches. So you change it to inches in here. You might say, I want the color to be transparent background. You don't want the margins. So you got everything in these tabs to set up what you need. Once you do, if you want to save it as your transparent landscape, A4, you click on this button up here that says Save Preset As, and you give it the name A4 Transparent A4 Transparent Landscape. Now noticing here, I think I am on landscape, yes, and I say OK. Transparent landscape, and I'm gonna create. And now it opened up a transparent background landscape A4 size. If you can hear my cat in the background, bless her, every morning she comes and we have a play together. And today I'm ignoring her because I'm doing the video. So until then, she'll be moaning at me to give her some attention. Right, so that's how I would open this particular file. Okay, so that's what's different to start with. Now I'm going to place them side by side to show you what else there is different. Okay, if you look at the top area, they're the same tools. There's nothing different there. If I look at preferences, the window is going to be different. So when I go to preferences during a video and I say, let's go user interface, that's version 1, right? If I go in version 2 preferences, that's changed and it gives me this. So if I want to go to preferences or user interface, I have to click here and there is the user interface. So although they are different, they are very similar. Just how you look for things is different, but it doesn't make any much difference in how the program actually works. Now, you would also notice that if you look at version 2, there's a few more icons, but they are the same. What do I mean by that? That button and that button. Look, I'll show you. Artboard tool, artboard tool, no tool, no tool. And they've got the same shortcut. Now, when we come here, that's the corner tool. Here we've got something else in between. We've got the contour tool, which is just underneath it. So what they did there, they swapped them around. There is my corner tool. So if I say the fourth one down, if I'm in this one, is the corner tool, and you don't find it, just go down one more. It will tell you. You will find the same tools. The pen. They look a little bit different. The pencils. Then we've got the vector brush. Now, you don't have a vector brush here because they've put it underneath it with the pencil, right? So when I use the vector brush on this one, on here, you see this little triangle with the pencil, which I don't have here. And you know that, have a look. There it is. You've got a pen knife. Now, in version 1, we did not have this pen knife, but you know what? It's not worth an upgrade because although it's a very good tool, it's not as good as what we are used to using in CraftArtist. CraftArtist, the penknife, won't only give you a straight cut line, but it gives you wavy cut. So for crafters, like we used to have all these different scissors that we used to cut with, in CraftArtist, you have them. In here, you just got the straight line. Affinity, if you're listening to me, please, please, please sort this one out. You look at the old craft artist, you will see how many lines, curves, um, castle tops, mounds, waves, all sorts of different cuts we had. I'm sure you are able not to only give us what we had, but to give us some new ones to make, keep us happy. I'm sure you will. So if you're listening, please, please take note of this. And if you are an affinity user and you don't know about craft artists, please start moaning at the people that matter because they can do it for us. Now, back to where we were. I had my moan now. That's the fill tool. That's the fill tool. So yes, they look different, but they're not different at all. They make the same thing. You've got the transparency tool. So when you look and I'm doing a video, now there's a couple of things which we don't have, like the shape builder, but you know what? You can still use these up here if you're in version 1. So again, it's not that imperative. A, the pipette. So we've got similar things. Okay, and unless I'm doing something that version 1 don't have it, I will do it in version 2. But if everybody has it, doesn't matter which one I'm showing you. Right now, these assets, these tabs, if you're in version 1 and you need to bring them in or take them out, it's View, you go down to Studio, and that is where you'll find Appearance, characters, assets, brushes, layers, all of them. You can hide the left studio, the right studio. They're all under View in version 1. In version 2, you go to Window, and you'll find them all there. So not much of a difference. Also, Studio, you can have the show left, show right, or hide studio, reset, they're in window. So in version 1, they were in view. In version 2, they are in window. That's the main differences that I wanted you to see. Now, let's have a look and see if there's anything else. What I'll do as well for everybody, I'll have a look at the videos that I created, and if there is a major thing that people can't do, I'm sure you can follow them. But if there is any problem, or if you notice something and you get stuck at a certain place, say, I'm doing version 2, I got stuck here, I can't find where it is. If you comment down below my videos, don't worry, I will make sure you'll find them. I mean, that is why some people do come to my lessons, because in the lessons, firstly, I record all their lessons so they can have a special place where they can view the lesson. But I'll also pause during my video to ask if there are any questions. So I address things that are different between the two versions. And for those that wonder, how much do I charge for lessons? I only charge £5 for 90 minutes of the lesson. I will soon be starting a new version of my, a new set of lessons for another group. So if anybody is interested and want to book into my lessons, the next one will start probably around about the beginning of May, and there will be about 4 sessions in a month, which will only cost you 20 quid. Sorry, I don't usually advertise anything I do on my videos, but hey ho, if you don't know, you think, oh my goodness, I wonder how much Susan is going to charge. It's not much, and you'll get a lot out of it. So what I'm going to do now is, if there is anybody, if there are people out there that needs to know any differences when I did any of the previous videos, please do leave a message to let me know in the comments, and I'll try to help with that. Another thing I'd like to remind you, please, is to click like. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. And if you really like what I'm doing, please try to support. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again with more videos very, very soon.